Hey guys, Vlad Dobriansky, and I'm going live today to update you with war in Ukraine. So you probably heard the news that, and I also saw it here on ABC and NBC, ABC, CNN, stating that the Russian army announced they withdrawing from Kherson, from the right bank to the left bank of the river Dnipro. And I need to comment on this one because, first of all, it's a little bit misconception and misunderstanding from the news outlets that it's not what it is, or at least it's not what it is, what it seems. So let me explain it to you. So Kherson basically is situated on the right bank of the river Dnipro, and it's a delta, and it's going to the Black Sea. So that means the majority of Kherson is on the right bank. So when they saying that they go into the left bank, they're basically leaving Kherson. But is that the retreat, or what is it actually? Well, the confusion here is that first of all, Russia publicly invited the TV journalists and publicly saying, "Hey, we're withdrawing from Kherson to save our soldiers." Right, so that's entertainment, as you understand. In the times of war, nobody invites the journalists. You know, I'm a musician, I know how entertainment works. If you want to make a PR, if you want to announce something, you do something like that. So obviously, they really want to announce that. And it's not a withdrawal, it's a tactics. The war keeps going in Ukraine, and the Ukrainian army is not listening to Russian tactics. It's not listening to Russian media, I should say. You know, it's a war. And what I'm also very surprised that in the U.S. the main media is stating that, hey, the Russians are now weak and all that stuff. It's just a wishful thinking, truly is. And I think it could be connected to the elections, the midterms, and something like that. So here's the truth. The Russian army for the last 2 months were building 3 lines of defense near Kherson, all the way to the Black Sea. So the Black Sea is the third one, then 20 kilometers, another one, then 15 kilometers, right on the left bank of the river. So they were preparing for this, and they are preparing for something I believe is going to be even worse. So the Russians now go into the left bank, and if you look at from the left bank to the right bank, it's a clear picture. And it's about 800 meters, let's say 1,000 meters, one kilometer from one bank to another. And it's perfect for artillery. So that means the Russian army having a very clear spot to shoot at Kherson. And I think the evacuation they've done exactly for that. And I think they're preparing to do something like they've done in Mariupol, which is, first of all, they will mine the city because they retreated, they mine it. They still have about 12,000 troops in Kherson, the Russian ones, who are preparing for street fighting. But the artillery, right, those are the guys who are going to basically destroy Kherson. So Ukrainian army, again, is not listening to what the Russian TV says. It has its own agenda. It's fighting the war. And I want you to understand how its misconception as what it is reported and what's actually really happening. So I think it's going to be worse in Kherson. I think the Russian army, as they do, they destroy everything on their site, and the Ukrainian army is not going to be trapped there either. What I'm concerned is the civilians, because the civilians better leave Kherson, go into Ukraine. So again, it's a refugee problem, a refugee crisis. We have to support those civilians, and that's the only way I can see how it unfolds. Obviously, the winter is coming, so the Russians are preparing for the winter, because the winter means the tanks can go on the frozen ground, and that's important for the Russians. Okay, that's my update and take what's happening there. For those who donated to our fund, again, thank you very much. We almost have about like $200 extra, so we can send to one family. Please donate. We still have to do this. And I'll keep updating you on the war in Ukraine further on. As for the music fans, soon I'll announce about the tour dates. Okay, thank you guys, and talk to you soon. Bye.